All right, everybody, we are live streaming on YouTube today, as we do for almost all our Find Out Fridays, as well as our general sessions on Money Mondays. So thank you guys for being here. Laura Bell, I'm glad you're on because we are going to, of course, be talking about what you are doing for listings. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. I'm going to get a couple things going. And we will be talking about why list with exit, and specifically for a lot of us, exit strategy, Realty. Of course, we think that we are top notch in a lot of things, and we're going to show you today how to explain that to your consumers. For those of you that have not been in there yet, the all new Exit Resource Center is incredible. I'm going to go ahead and start us there. And then I'm going to go from there into a couple other assets as well. So this is not a training on how to use the new resource center. That's already been done by corporate, probably much better than I will be able to do that for you. I do want to note a couple things in there, though, is that when you'll notice right here on the left-hand side, you're seeing that I'm getting property leads. See these two property leads right here on the left-hand side? Those I got from my text marketing codes that I've been using. And actually one of those has turned into a showing, an unrepresented buyer, and I think the other one might as well. So I'm excited about that. So these are the type of things that we're going to be talking about today that differentiate us from a lot of other real estate brokerages out there. I'm going to show you how to use some of these assets and also some of the things that I think should be in your listing presentation. So I'm going to jump right in here with a couple different items. So we're going to be in the resource center. We are also going to be in the, give me one moment and I'll get us there. We're going to be in the MLS for a second. That's just for me to get into a couple assets for us. But I want to encourage you, and we have several trainings I've done on this, to use Cloud CMA for your listing presentations, because Cloud CMA allows you to be able to add these assets, the things we're going to be talking about today, add these assets into your CMA. So your CMA becomes a part of your overall listing marketing presentation. So one of the things that I'll show you is, for example, let me get into a seller presentation for us. I'm actually going to go into my custom pages on Cloud CMA. So I'm in Cloud CMA, which is free to all of us in MRAD, in our local MLS. And where it says custom pages, so I went in the top right-hand side, I want to show this to you again, and I clicked on custom pages. Once I'm in there, you can add any custom pages you want. And this is what I wanted to show you today from the resource center. And then also I have created a special folder in Google, and I'm going to be able to share that folder with you. So you've got one place to look for these examples so that you don't have to go search for them everywhere. Because I know that I give a lot of content out and sometimes a lot of different attachments. And so I wanted to make it easier to find all these in one place for me. And I'll be adding to that folder because I'm sure right after we get off our Zoom today, inevitably, I will forget one and want to add it. I did a TikTok a while back. And that TikTok, this is actually last Friday, right before I left for the marathon. And what I did with that TikTok was I showed, for a second, showed how to do a standard best practices for a listing. And that was meant for agents from all offices. There really is some special things you can do as a realtor. I believe my account name is Nick Liebert, Chicago Realtor. I hate these little things. There we go. And so you can see right on there, I have this video about all the different things you should be doing as a realtor. That's 6 tips for realtors. I believe there's about 3 or 4 extra ones that you need to be doing at our office, and I'm going to walk you through those today. So if you want to go on my TikTok, you can find that video. It's got almost 1,000 views on it at this point Of course, today I'm also talking about hurricane relief. Please share that video if you haven't already. But that's not why we're here. We are here for Find Out Fridays on what to put into your exit realty listing presentation. So in the MLS, I have a couple new listings, and Laura Bell, who is on with us today. Laura Bell is not only an amazing agent at Exit, but way before she was ever an agent at Exit, she owned her own and owns her own photography company. She's a professional photographer. And so as I was looking at some of your listings and also spending thousands of dollars a month on not always the best photos from some of the professional companies out there, and they had scheduling issues and things like that, I made the decision to go ahead and purchase photos for you for every single one of your listings. We do a giant package for you. It's over 24 photos. Depending on the property, you may need more or less, but I want to show you an example of Laura's work, and then Laura will go ahead and put in the chat the schedule, how to schedule with her. She uses a Calendly link just like I do. She just put that in the chat for you guys. So what do I want to see in your listings? I want to see those beautiful professional photos like Laura has in there for me. I want to be able to have you articulate that to your clients, that those are done professionally by an in-house photographer, not an outside vendor. No more cell phone pictures, guys. And then also with that, you're going to get a floor plan. So everybody should have a floor plan in every single one of their listings. I'm paying for it for you. And then also a virtual tour. So Laura is trained through Zillow. So that is the Zillow certified tours. That's what Zillow wants. That is obviously the #1 site for consumers. And that video tour, that 3D tour from Zillow that she creates for you, that will play much better on Zillow than an outside third-party company tour. And you need to articulate that to your client as well. You got to have a virtual tour. You got to have a floor plan, all that type of stuff that if you're talking to an expired listing, they may not have had that in the past. You also have access to the showing time offers, the offer manager feature. I'm paying for that for every single one of you. So when you get offers in, the agent just clicks on a button, submits the basic information, and attaches the contract, and that goes to both you and your client, meaning that especially if you get multiple offers, it's a very organized process. But even if you don't get multiple offers, what's going to happen? You are going to get a very organized way. If you're driving down the road, if your client is out traveling, they get a very organized thing where they hit all the big things, like is there credits, closing cost credits? Are they asking for a certain closing date? What type of financing? All those important pieces, they're all in there laid out. So a layperson, like most of our clients, isn't sitting there trying to read through this contract they've probably never seen before until they can get in touch with you. So it makes it very, very nice and organized for you and your clients. Great for institutional sellers as well. So that is a feature that we have. You want to bring that up because, again, a lot of other companies don't provide that. Then the thing that I want to start showing you first in Exit Realty, in the resource center, I want to take you right into the text code marketing piece. That is part of the expert marketing suite. That is an amazing tool for all of us. Every time you get a new listing, you can see there's leads coming in right now for me. Every time you get a new listing and it goes in the MLS, it automatically feeds to the expert marketing suite. And so you will get then the opportunity to, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my Malden listing. You will only see your listings just because I happen to own our office. I get everybody's listings so I can look at them and just kind of see what's going on. So here is my new listing on Malden. I'm going to go ahead and press that button. And you can see there it's going to have obviously all the assets that we've done, the Zillow tour, the 3D tour, which also goes on all other websites. You can see the text messaging feature. There's also, they do an HTML code, flyers, etc. All great stuff. The text messaging feature is huge. Here's why. When you put a new listing in your social media, which you should obviously be promoting all your listings on social media, I want to show you what it does, what the internet doesn't like, what social media doesn't like. They don't like when you go through there And you never know what's going to pop up on my Instagram. Got some interesting followers. Let's see here. So the first thing I want to show you with this is that this is one of my new listings. I put up the video of it, but what I want to show you is the text code. The internet, and specifically social media, they don't want you to put hyperlinks in your text, your description of the property. It will not play well. It will not. The algorithm shoves it to the bottom because it thinks it's a promotion. So what I do instead is I use our technology and I put the text code. See the text code right there? The other thing I don't like with hyperlinks, even if they were friendly to the social media algorithms, is that, guess what? There's no lead capture. Everything I do, I want to have lead capture on it. So not only do you want beautiful photos, the virtual tour, etc., you want to have lead capture. So when people text that number, what happens? It goes directly to me, to you, obviously, to whoever the listing agent is. And so that's going to feed right into the expert marketing suite. And if you have it set up correctly with Wise Agent, it goes right into your Wise Agent. So there's no double data entry of these folks. How do you set it up to go right into Wise Agent? And by the way, you want to articulate to your client that that's how it should be done. You should have a text code in front of the building on your sign. And a lot of us, what we're doing is we're just putting our mobile business card, because obviously then they can text, they'll get your mobile business card. They'll also get a list of all your properties, your listings. And then also you, again, get their information. If there's just a QR code, what happens? It goes to a website. There's no lead capture. You want to emphasize to your client that by doing these text codes, instead of the traditional way that a lot of realtors do things, is that you will be able to track the leads. You'll be able to have conversations with people about a specific property. So that is so key for you. And then how you set up the expert marketing suite and all of your text codes to go to your Wise Agent. This is one of the big reasons why I chose Wise Agent. It is the only CRM that feeds into the expert marketing suite. You go under settings and preferences. And then right over here at the bottom right-hand side, what does it say? Wise Agent settings. And it's going to ask for your API key. And so if you go into Wise Agent, you click on integrations. I was already there getting ready for this with you guys. And then see where it says API keys right here at the top. So you click on integrations, and then you're going to click on settings, and it's going to go right into here, and you have that API key. Once you copy and paste that API key into the Exit Realty Resource Center, then every single time you get a text lead or business card lead, anything like that off these text codes, it goes directly into your Wise Agent. So there's no double data entry. And of course, then from there, I'd recommend you use Forewarn, etc. Forewarn is, of course, free for through our local car and more associations of realtors. That I have all of that in the coaching blog, how to find those. And I'll just show you real quick in the coaching blog how to get there. So if you go into teamlibrary.com and then you click on the coaching blog, private to our office, that is where we have all of this information. And you would just click on, or the little search feature in the corner, and that is when you would say Forewarn. It's spelled Forewarn. And once you're in there, I have all the information on it in the comments under this post. And there you have the information on how to get there. So that's a big differential between you and other agents. Are they going to do professional photos? I would certainly hope so, but I see a lot of cell phone photos from competitors and even from some of you prior to what I decided to invest in for you with Laura Bell. Secondly, virtual tour, explain why. Floor plan, explain why. More importantly than even those in a differential, the text codes and how it feeds into your CRM, and explain why versus a hyperlink. Then we go into another big piece, in my opinion, is you have Adworks. What is Adworks? Well, let me show you. So Adworks gets the property onto websites. So this is a great example. One of mine was just on AOL, CNN, ABC. It does reporting through Adworks. Look at this. This one, I just posted this ad 2 days ago. You can also make it so automatically every single one of your listings posts, but it costs about $50 for the first 3 weeks. It's well worth it. Because what this digital ad campaign does is it gets it on major websites. So you can see, here it was on the front of AOL. The other day, somebody screenshot and they're like, your listing's on CNN. I'm like, I know. We'd never be able to get that there without this product. It's the only product that does anything like it. And then the biggest part that I love is it sends that performance report to them. You can do it daily or weekly. I do it daily because really this is a daily fight for an audience. And so you can see my Lakeshore Drive listing that I just put up last week already has 37 clicks, 16,837 views. And that was the one that was on CNN yesterday. So really great. That's an added thing you would pay for, but that's the type of thing that you have to be able to show people. How do you get into AdWorks to be able to download? They've got a great flyer. How do you get into AdWorks? Let me show you. They've moved that button on exitrealty.com in the resource center. So let me go into that one. You are going to go into the second. You click on resources and then marketplace. I feel like it should be in the expert marketing suite. I'm trying to get them to put it back over there. But in the meantime, it is on the resources marketplace. And then you click on AdWorks. And then if you click on get started, it's going to have you go through the whole sign-in process the first time if you haven't done it. The beauty is everything is all already preloaded in there for you. Got to reconnect to my Facebook. I got kicked off there the other day accidentally. And then obviously each one of these ads individually has its own campaign. And you can again see what's going on with each one of those campaigns. You want to be able to send it to your seller. And there's one that I just completed on a property that just went under contract. Very, very easy. Once you set it up once, it's set it and forget it. I wouldn't spend money anywhere else up front because that's really everything else we paid for you. You've got the photos, you've got the virtual tour, you've got the floor plan. AdWorks is really the only extra that I would add on top of there. And it's not a lot of money. And it's only once you have the listing. So what is the supporting materials you're going to want to show these clients? So I do want to get into AdWorks first one more time so I can show you where it says the bottom. So this is the top of the account. Once you sign in once, it should remember you. And you'll see where it says free listing pitch PDF. Click on that. And you have a 2-page flyer. So I'm going to go ahead and download that. I'm going to add that to our listing marketing AdWorks flyer. If you want a personalized version of that, by the way, I'll show you how to get that done. They also have a cool video, which is nice if you want to think about on a drip campaign. That's a great follow-up is, hey, here's a video on what are the many things I'm going to do for you. But if you want to get that personal version of that free listing pitch PDF, you go into account settings. And then towards the bottom where it says marketing pitch deck. I understand for you guys, it is, and that one's custom to you. Looks pretty similar to the other one. But again, it's got your name, picture, and your company at the top of it. And then you could just download that. I'm not going to download that and add that to our folder because, of course, that one's got my face on it. And I don't think you want to lead with my face. You got a prettier face than me, I bet. So that is the AdWorks piece. Let's go back into the expert marketing suite. And actually, we'll just go into the front end of the resource center. Take that piece out. And again, here are my leads coming in on my properties, which is awesome. So then if you look down, scroll down, You've got a list of your listings. This is cool. I didn't even see this. Do you guys see this yet? Where my sponsor activity tells you what your sponsor's doing. This new thing is mind-blowing. Really, really great, the new resource center. So there's all that information, but let's go into the marketing tab. And there is the digital and print pieces, the digital and print pieces. So this is where I'd start. And some of this, of course, is for you as an agent. Some of it's for you to explain to other agents what we do here. So for example, 5 steps to advertising the Exit Ad Center. That's not for the consumer. You want to think what's consumer facing. So this is a great new one. This is the Exit Ad Center consumer flyer. I'm going to go ahead and download that. Then there is the Exit Realty Gives Back. Now that's a trifold brochure, so I don't think we're going to use that one. I think another great one to do would be your seller brochure. So I'm going to go into the next screen for us and get that for you. And feel free to play in this yourself. There's 64 pieces just in this one button alone, but I wanted to show you today where to find the stuff that I think is most important when you're listing a property. So we're going to go to the next page. And actually, I think I can just go to all. Yep, and there they all are. So there is another Exit Ad Center one, which I don't think we need. The Expert Marketing Suite, which is a nice graphic. This is the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 columns down. So I'm going to go ahead and download that for us. And My Smart Sign Technology. My Smart Sign Technology. Now that one is that one's a little bit more, I think, for agents. There should be another one as well. Let me find that one. Why List with an Exit Realty Professional is a good one. Download that for us. And then here is that's the more agent-focused Smart Sign one again. Give me one more second. I found it earlier. $7 million to charity. That's another one I wanted to find for you guys, because that is an updated one. $7 million given to charity. Now, what is that relating to a home seller? It's a little bit more about the company's culture. You never know what people's touch points are. That I think is important. This is this is not something that I think it would be appropriate for an attachment in one particular listing presentation, but this is this white paper all about Exit's technology. It's a good thing maybe if somebody asks more about the company. That is a nice backup asset. And I think that is all that I want to get out of there for us. So I'm going to upload that to our shared piece. And all of that is not branded to me. So then that way you've got, we do have that consumer flyer already. I want to make sure we have that. Okay. Now let's go from digital and print and see if there is anything else that I want out of here. Nope, that is just a link directly to the leads. Now, there is actually one thing in here I want to show you. So in the marketing pieces under Expert Marketing Suite, have you seen the seller presentations? Now, I certainly hope you have. But if you have not, let's go there. You click on My Presentations. And these presentations are gorgeous. You just click on the first time you do this, you're going to click on Manage Settings. Once you manage them once, you're done. You can go ahead and screenshot this if you want to, or I can just put it in the video comments after this. So this right here is a bio on the office. And you can just take a look at that. And again, we are now in the top 1% of all real estate brokerages nationwide for sales volume. Thanks to Riz Media for that shout out to us. So that is all you need to do to set up your listing presentation. I have in my listing presentations a generic one. So I have not necessarily always had to go out and redo them over and over for each person, but it is nice to have, if you want to, a custom one per person. Suggestion for you: you can do them in this website version on your desktop or your laptop, but much smarter, do it on the Exit Realty Connect app. Here's why. Anything you send through the Exit Realty Connect app, not through your desktop or laptop, but anything you send through the Exit Realty Connect app, when you send it to someone's cell phone number, guess what happens? That cell phone number also goes in to the Wise Agent CRM that our office is paying for you. So you automatically have that person's number right in there as well. And of course, if you program their number in your phone and you've got it synced up to Google Contacts, it's going to go right into Wise Agent anyway. No more double data entry. That is my goal. So let me show you what the seller brochure looks like. It is gorgeous. You can, of course, also download it as a PDF for people that like paper. These are mobile friendly. This right here is a great video to send as a follow-up as well. You can text list with exit to 85377. You can do that yourself. You'll then get the link. That link is a great link to send on for those of you doing drip campaigns and using your Wise text. Wouldn't that be a cool follow-up? I think so. So it walks you through all the different things they're going to get as the consumer. There's more talk on the smart signs. Really good stuff on exit, the selling your home process. All of that is right there in there. I did download that PDF, and that was one of the custom pages that I put in. You can see right here, I have the seller guide right in there as a custom page in my Cloud CMA. So these all, again, each one of them makes great pieces to individually drip on people by direct mail, by email, by text, okay? By direct mail, email, or text. And then all of those pieces are going to be right in this folder that I will have shared in the coaching blog. So you don't have to wonder where to go. It'll all be right there for you. And none of it has my face on it. It has no face on it. Now, if you wanted to, bonus move, guys, wanted to, you can go ahead and have Amanda send her the PDF and say, I'd like this with my face on it. I want my branding on it. Absolutely, 1000% do that. Great. But if you just want to move quickly, sometimes I'm moving quickly, that is what I would do, is just go to this folder, take everything out of this folder, add them into your presentation. So that's what I have to offer you today there. I have one big bonus today. And this was something I was involved with Exit Realty Corporate on the programming side. I'm not a programmer, but I had an issue myself with, in our MLS and most any MLS, you can't have a branded attachment. So even under additional information, if you've got something like, hey, I want to, put in there the condo docs or something like that, anything with your logo on it can't be in there. And plus, the consumer doesn't have access to the MLS in terms of the attachments that you put on there under additional information. So I went to Exit Corporate and I said, these text codes are great. These little listing websites for each listing are great. But is there any way we could get it so you can attach files? So when people get that text code and they text on a property, they have access to all those files. Let me show you how that looks. So on the kind of the back end of it, how does it look? I have these, and I'm going to put a sample of each in the, I'm going to do it as a Microsoft Word document. So yeah, I'll do it as a Word document for you. This is what I do for each property. I have this sitting at the property. It says, we are now paperless. All property photos, area information, and media on this property can be found by texting blank to blank. That's your text code, right? And I have a little link below. Now we said no QR codes, right? Mostly right. Remember, we have Zenlist, everybody. So this is as much about the buyer as it is the seller. And even for your sellers, every seller should be getting Zenlist as well. Because even if they're not looking for another property, maybe their exit strategy, is to be retiring or going somewhere else. I want them to know what's going on in their neighborhood, right? In addition to your cloud CMA, right in here, I've got a link. This little QR code scans directly to my Zenlist Zen link. That's something that, again, this is specific to our office. So if you're at other exits or other out there and you're like, what's Zenlist? Zenlist is amazing. Our office has it for all our agents. It is going to be able to get you when you click on, when you get in Zenlist and you click on at the bottom left-hand side, your account, click on Zen link settings. By the way, now they have a bio. So cut and paste that wonderful LinkedIn bio you and I hopefully worked on. If not, get a coaching session with me. And then it has a QR code, of course. I'm sorry, a Zen link. That's your link. It should be everywhere, all over your marketing. But then here's the QR code. So remember, I want to get their personal information, which is why I've got the text codes everywhere. But at the property, when people are in the property, I want them to get my Zen link because they do then have access to all the properties in the area. Off market, private listings, regular ones. It's amazing. Best thing out there. So I do have that as a bonus for them when I do my text code template. But the text code template, the biggest thing is it has the text code first. That's where they get all the property details. So how do I upload those property details? Well, I am glad you asked. And by the way, guys, we probably have maybe another 10 minutes, so I won't keep you too long. When you go into the Expert Marketing Suite, you're going to go into your, actually, I'm sorry, you're going to go into your Properties tab at the top. And then you're going to go into that specific property. Now, remember, you'll only see your properties. And by the way, if you don't have any listings yet, friends, don't worry, because there's a thing called a demo listing. If you click on demo listing, it will be able to walk your consumer through all those tools, just like I would be able to do on my Malden list and say, look at all the cool stuff I have. If you haven't had a listing yet, you still get a demo listing. It's right there on the top right-hand side. But because I do have an active listing, several, and this is the one we're talking about, let's go into how to attach new things. So see where it says documents and links? Documents and links. I want to show that to you one more time. Documents and links. What does it say? Upload document. So you can have resource links. So what if there's a really cool park nearby? What if you have a video or something else about the property? That would be a great thing for links. But property specific documents, we are the only company that has this technology. I looked everywhere else to try to figure out a way to even show corporate what I wanted. I couldn't even find an example. We won't name competitors, but all these big tech places, none of them have it. We're the only ones that have figured out a way to do this. So you scan, you select the document to add, and I'm going to go into, let's see here. I did this 4721 North Malden, rules and regs. Okay. So there's that. I'm going to put the and do I want to show it on the web? Yes, I do. So that's document number one. How great is that? When people text about the property, when people go into the property, they've got all the information right there. Paperless right there. No more, well, I'll get back to you or blah, blah, blah. Nope, all right there. So let's go in and get a second document in. So we did the rules and regs. I have a fact sheet I do on each property. When were the appliances bought? How's the condo building health? Show that on the web as well. And then one more thing I'll show you. How to do a link. So I'm going to go into, trying to think the best way to do this. I've got on my YouTube, I don't want to overrun my own YouTube channel thing that I'm working on right now, but let's go into the channel content. For live on YouTube, I don't want to have it one of those, you see a mirror into a mirror and it looks crazy. I don't want to do that. Okay, let's go into the video here for Malden. And actually, that's one great one. Another thing to do would be like the neighborhood chamber of commerce. So Uptown Chamber of Commerce. So there's my link to the drone video that I do as an extra. You go in and put that in here. And so now we have that link that's being sent right now. Okay, so you got all this good stuff about the property. This now means that you have a one-stop shop to all the information people need, in addition to all the beautiful stuff that comes from their own stuff right at corporate. So they've got all the different, they've got a map, all the cool stuff in the area. What you can do right now, if you'd like to test this out, everyone, you can text this code E294472 to the number 85377. So go ahead and text it right now. That will give you an example of what those really amazing websites, those property specific websites look like once you've got those pieces added. What an amazing one-stop shop for people. So that is my presentation to you for today. Jasmine, I'm laughing at you. I love you. That was hilarious. Guys, no more need to save money on your listings with cell phone photos. We've all done it. Get Laura to take them professionally. I'm paying for it for you. Shout out to Strategic Title. Please use them. That's another, affiliated entity. I would love to see you guys use them, because then hopefully we have more revenue coming in. Anything you can do to help us grow is amazing, but I want to help you grow. And I realize that professional photos in a lot of cases are running closer to $500 at this point. If you get all the bells and whistles, Laura is your bells and whistles right there. So Laura, thank you. Shout out to you. Guys, any questions before I let you go? And I see some of you are already texting me or getting this.
I have a question, Nick.
Yes, ma'am.
But not in regards to like what we just went over. So as far as like marketing, as trying to attract sellers, I just want to know, have you ever like said that you will pay X amount or something, like to get like if their home need deep cleaning or something, like I will pay for you to get your home deep clean if you need to put stuff into storage? Is that like a good marketing idea? Like I know you're against billboards and all that stuff. So like all these like as is sales, like I understand you want to sell as is, but you still got to make it appealing for people to want to come see your home. So up front, have you ever offered like to clean, put things in storage or paint, something like that?
So that is a excellent question. So that is let me put it to you this way, two different things. Number one, the property has to be in decent shape. Laura is amazing. She cannot, create something that doesn't exist. We do have Box Brownie that can kind of help Photoshop things a little bit here and there, but you can't Photoshop clean. You can filter photos slightly, but it's kind of like those Instagram models that you see, and then you see them in real life and you're like, I'm getting catfished. You don't want to catfish with a property. We don't do that. So my advice to you would be, it's on the seller to make sure their property is presentable. In certain cases, I will do certain things. I went over and manually did some labor to get 4721 Malden where it should be. I'm not spending a ton of money. I have helped a client out with like a cleaning service from time to time. I'm not advertising that because that's like, what is that going to do? That's like, well, I don't have to do anything. Jazz is going to pay for it, or Nick's going to pay for it. I wouldn't recommend that. But when you do counsel with people, you know, do they need help finding the right people to do that? Do they need your help in situating, getting a cleaning service over there? I'm more than happy to open doors. I'm more than happy to connect people via Yenta for resources. I'm not necessarily going to pay for those resources. However, one thing I would do, I don't have a problem at all saying seller's agent will provide a 1-year home warranty. So Jasmine, you played right into an idea I would have forgotten to say. And right here at the last sentence, top tier on my remarks on Malden, top tier home warranty provided by seller's realtor as a bonus. That is a lot of times, you know, I want them to clean, I want them to paint, I'll help hook them up with the right folks, but I will, if you're looking at older appliances, but this one has almost all brand new everything, but I still want to do, it's a big house. I wanted to give something to kind of make people feel good on the buy side. Guess when you have to come up with the money for that? At the closing. So you don't need to buy that till there's a deal and it's closing. So that doesn't take money out of your pocket, because the worst thing you can do is you spend your money to get this listing on the market, and then it doesn't sell, and it's like now you're out money. Now you're out money, you know, to do that. That's bad. So we don't want you to do that. That would be my advice: is lean into more towards, hey, if you can get this place cleaned up and ready to go, let me know how I can help with that, but not in terms of money. I can provide a 1-year home warranty if, you know, when I get this thing sold for you. That's what I would do if I were you. Good question.
Thank you.
Absolutely, ma'am. Well, guys, if we do not have any other questions right now, we have, let me give you a quick sneak peek of next week and on. We are hitting hard into expired listings. This, I wanted to warm you up to be like, guys, you have tools. You got a lot of tools. You got a lot of assets. Let's get out there and spread the word. Listings are expiring. It is time to go get those expired listings. Let's talk to the market. We're going to be doing an expired listing clinic next week, and with some power hours so you can, let's get it done together. Let's build those multi-channel campaigns out and let's get this stuff done. I'll be talking about the multi-channel campaign. There's a great video on YouTube. There's a lot more resources privately just for our agents in the coaching blog. So get ready. Have a great end to your, not only Friday, but to your third quarter. And I will see you for a lot in the fourth quarter. Thank you guys very much for being here today. This is on YouTube as well. Bye-bye.